Welcome into the Pippins pregame show, brought to you by the Washington State Lottery. Game 1 of the series against the Walla Walla Sweets is in the book, as the Sweets took it by a score of 12-4. The game was a lot closer than that score would indicate, however, as the Pippins were really close, making it 7-4 late with the bases loaded, and a deep shot into right field was robbed at the wall to take away the Pippins' hopes of winning that one, as the Sweets would run away with it in the top of the ninth, scoring 5 runs and making it 12-4. The optimism of that game was that the Pippins' bats got going a little bit, scoring the 4 runs late and crawling back to make it close towards the end of the game. Pippins are hoping that those bats can get going earlier in this one against Walla Walla, as the head coach Kyle Crustangel up next to do an interview with me about Game 2. Coming up next on the Pippins pregame show, brought to you by the Washington State Lottery.
When we win the lottery, we are finally doing that reunion trip.
Vegas, baby! Dude, I got kids.
Oh, we could get a boat. Tropical blue waters.
Oh, wait! I got it!
Welcome into the Washington State Lottery Pippins pregame show, here with head coach Kyle Crustangel. Game 1 of the series in the book. One of the positives you can take from it is that the offense started to produce a little bit and was crawling back in the game late to make it close. So what optimism can you see from that, and you're trying to carry into the rest of the series?
Yeah, I mean, the catch in obviously right field is kind of a game changer. Kid made a heck of a catch out in the warning track, kind of diving over his shoulder. Probably 2, at least 3-run score, probably tie ball game with a chance to win it. Kind of changes maybe who comes in relief and or just the outcome there. But tip cap to a good catch. But I thought we did a couple things right. We moved a couple guys. We had a guy on second base, had a base hit in the middle by Mast, moved the runner and scored the runner. We had a sac fly later in the game. So a couple opportunities we had to do some jobs, and play small ball without bunting. We executed, but just I guess given the first 4, we haven't had a ton of opportunities to do a ton of jobs. So we need to set the table in kind of pre-2 out type situations a little bit better. To me, it really starts with competitive at-bats, 1, and then 2, really emphasizing trying to get leadoff hitter on. I think we can get steal a few more pitches in terms of just some pitch selection type stuff, and then being okay with how we get on base, whether it's hit by pitch, walk, base knock, error, it doesn't matter. It puts us a guy on first base with a chance to do some stuff. So, but again, kind of fell into the trap of a rough early start of the game, and you end up playing from behind, so it kind of limits and handcuffs, how much offensively we can truly do.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, starting behind with that rough first inning, but after that, 5 straight goose eggs from Pippins relievers. So how optimistic are you seeing that relief through the first series doing well, and then in Game 1 yesterday, those 5 straight zeros?
Yeah, it seems like each game, we've done a good job in relief and throwing up zeros. It's just it can't come after a big one. In this league, in my experience of 6 years, the team that gets the big inning wins the game, and that's probably true for a lot of baseball, but especially in a summer ball type of setting. So we got to minimize the big inning. You got to be okay with giving up sometimes 1 or 2, but not giving up the 4 or 5. You got to look to get zeros at the start of the game. Unfortunately, we've given up some of those big innings extremely early, and then the offense is kind of put in a huge hole, and you put the offense in a hole day after day.
Is it bouncing?
bud. Hey, good to see you. Good to see your work, man.
Starting number 6, the right fielder, William Point. The pitcher for the Chiefs, number 4. The Sweets are managed by Peter Benetti and assisted by Brandon Gill.
Hi, Andy. Glad you're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's Banner Bank starting lineup for your Yakima Valley Pippins, as announced by manager Kyle Crufton. Batting first, number 1, the center fielder, Nate Dunn. Batting second, number 46, the second baseman, Spencer Shipman. The right fielder, number 3, Sam Olsen. The third baseman, number 30, Shane Simpson. And number 19, the catcher, Jake Force. Number 40, the third baseman, Jackson Lawrenson. Number 41, the left fielder, Owen McWilliams. Your designated hitter tonight, wearing number 31, Josh Davis. Number 10, the shortstop, Spencer Moreno. Oh, now tonight for the Pippins, we have Tyler Freer. The Pippins are managed by Kyle Crufton and assisted by John Grant. Athletic training services are provided by Orthopedics Northwest, the official athletic training provider of the Pippins. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you rise. And gentlemen, please move your caps as Kyle Southwick presents our Star Spangled Banner.
Welcome into Yakima, Washington as the Pippins get set for Game 2 of the series against the Walla Walla Sweets. Zach McKinstry here to bring you this matchup of West Coast League play, the Battle of the Basin. Game 2 after Walla Walla took Game 1 last night by a score of 12-4. An eventful game in that one in which the Sweets started out in front with a 5-run first inning, a big 5-spot. Kind of put the Pippins in shambles, but slowly they chipped away, got back in the game, cut it to 2 runs, 5-3, before the Sweets extended their lead, made it 7-3. 1 run crossed for the Pippins in the 8th, and then the bases loaded, a big chance for them with 2 outs, and a fantastic catch from Will Fwenning ended the Pippins' hopes in that one. Hoping the Bats can get going in this game, as on the mound for the Pippins is Tyler Frieders. And he will get the starting role for the second time this season after opening on opening day. The starter will take the rubber and pitch to this Walla Walla lineup. Get us underway here in Game 2. Beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in Yakima. And couldn't ask for better baseball weather. First pitch home from Frieders. Taken for a strike, and we are underway at 6:34 p.m. Frieders in his first game with the Pippins this season. And 3.2 innings of work in his start. 4 hits allowed, 4 runs, 2 were earned. 5 walks and 2 strikeouts. So trying to find the control that he lacked in Game 1 of the season. And early ahead 0-2 on Thomas Rollauer. And he gets the looking strikeout to open things up. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Rollauer down on strikes for the game's first out. Time for our Banner Bank starting lineups. First for the visiting Walla Walla Sweets, Thomas Rollauer leads things off at short. Joey Craig, who had a fantastic game yesterday, is batting in the 2-hole in this one and in center field. Leo Rivera will bat third as he did yesterday. Same with Davis Milwaukee, who bats cleanup. Jordan Andrade will play second base and bat fifth. Nick Strong, who had 5 RBIs last night, bats sixth. Kai Osaka gets his first outing of the series as he bats seventh. Jacob Marquez did not play last night, but he'll catch and bat 8th in this one. And Will Fwenning, the hero of last night's game, will bat 9th. Quickly again, 0-2 for Tyler Frieders as he starts ahead on Craig, who finished 3 for 6, had 2 RBIs, 2 stolen bags, and a run in the 12-4 victory. Right-handed hitter Craig sees the 0-2 and watches this one just miss off the plate. Joey Craig from Omaha, Nebraska, and Omaha Central High School, now at Glendale Community College, watches this one, and they say it hits him. That one looked like it could have been called a strike. Yesterday, we saw a called strike on a pitch that hit someone for reaching over the plate, and TrackMan has that catching part of the zone. So interesting, but the first base runner is on the hit by pitch. And it brings Tyler Frieders to talk with the field umpire to see if he saw anything differently. So runner on, 1 out, and it's Leo Rivera that will get to hit. This one low and away, and he'll start behind 1-0. Pippins had tons of hit-by pitches on the mound yesterday, including that 5-run 9th inning, which allowed the Sweets to run away with it. It saw 4 hit-by pitches in that inning alone. Here's a 1-0. This one shot towards right field on a line, charging in the play. Ball is dropped. Chance at second, though. The throw in off the glove of the shortstop, Marenko. And in safely is the runner. Boy, a disappointing break after Josh Davis couldn't quite reel it in. That's a tough play in right field to make on the line drive. But it bounced off the heel of the glove. Joey Craig was frozen in between first and second, and the throw would have had him dead to rights, but the pick could not be made by Marenko. Everybody's safe. It's ruled a single, and runners will be on first and second now with 1 away. Davis Milwaukee now will hit the cleanup hitter. Swings and fouls off pitch number 1. Now, this has been the Pippins' struggle through the season. Starters have gotten into trouble early in the game, and the Pippins have not found the offense to get back in those games. So a big, important first inning here to try and keep things scoreless. And then a questionable hit by pitch, and now a defensive miscue, which allows 2 to be on with 1 away. And that one will miss to even the count at 1. Milwaukee, a dangerous hitter. He was 3 for 6 yesterday with 2 runs and an RBI. Also reached on an error. 1-1. Swing and a miss on the off speed. Had Milwaukee out in front. The count to 1-2. Defensively for the Pippins, it's Owen McWilliam in left, Hank Dunn in center, and a late change in the lineup as Sam Olson was supposed to be in right field. Now it's Josh Davis. Olson will DH. Sorensen at third, Marinko at short, Shipman at second, Shane Simpson at first, and Jake Borst behind the plate. Here's a 1-2 from the righty. Frieder's fastball misses off the plate and makes it 2-2. Sam Olson, not an outfielder at Oregon. Exclusively behind the plate, but he has played in left field and right field early in the season through the first 4 games. 2-2, off speed, poked into left field. That one's a base hit. Holding up at third base is the runner as the throw's cut off and station to station as back-to-back singles put the bases loaded with only 1 away, and it's Jordan Andrade at the plate. Shades of yesterday, as Rollauer was the first out in the first inning as the leadoff man in the top of the first yesterday. But then 4 straight reached on a walk, 2 straight singles, and then the 5 spot in the order had a 2 RBI double. It's a strikeout to open up this one, a hit by pitch to Craig, now back-to-back singles. And the Pippins certainly hoping that it's not the same outcome as Andrade gets his first at bat, first pitch 0-1. The second baseman from UNLV in Yucaipa, California, season 01. Off the plate, gets by the catcher, and a miscue as the runner can't get home. Joey Craig looked like he would have scored easily as it scooted away, but a late break at third base. And everybody has to run back to their bags. So a bit of a break for Tyler Frieders on the mound. And the rest of the Pippins, as the count 1-1, the bases remain loaded. Andrade was 1 for 6 yesterday, did have 2 RBIs in the single in his final at bat of the game. This one bounced in the dirt, 2-1. Prior to that single, Andrade 0 for 5, had 2 strikeouts, 2 flyouts, and a pop-up to first. And until that 9th inning, he was the only Walla Walla Sweet that did not reach base. But after his single, everybody had reached safely, and there were 6 of the starting 9 that had multiple hits. 2-1. Misses the plate, and now nowhere to put him. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the bases loaded here in the top of the first. Once again, defensive mistakes have come back to bite the Pippins and put their starters in a tough role. 3-1. This one shot towards left field. It sends McWilliam a couple steps back. He will catch and come up firing. The throw in. Offline, and the run will score. Then the throw gets away from the catcher. So now up to third base goes Leo Rivera. And it is Walla Walla with once again an early lead. An RBI for Andrade as he scores Joey Craig. Leo Rivera advances to third on the throwing error from left fielder McWilliam. And 2 away now as it brings up Nick Strong. First pitch he sees is in for a strike. And Strong is not the guy you want to face with 2 outs, as learned yesterday. He finished 3 for 4, had 5 RBIs, which is tied for the second most in a game in the West Coast League this season. 2 runs and a double. As he loses the bat and swings and misses at this one. That one bounced right above the Pippins dugout and nearly took out one of the scouting cameras. 0-2. But strong yesterday. Came up in a big spot in the 7th inning with 2 outs. And runners on second and third, launched one off the top of the wall and left. He thought it was gone, so admired in the batter's box for a second. And then when it hit the wall, he could only get a single out of it on that smoked 2 RBI base hit. He's behind in the count 0-2 as Frieders tries to escape the jam with minimal damage. Oh, good spot on the fastball, but it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Popped up into shallow center. Out goes Spencer Shipman. And he'll get underneath it to make the final play. And the final out of the top of the first. Once again, Walla Walla strikes first, but Tyler Frieders avoids maximum damage by just allowing the 1 run. It is 1-0. To the bottom of the first we go here on Pippins Baseball YouTube.
The time is now to get started on your new career at Perry Tech. From AAS degrees in business technology and accounting and IT and communication systems to a fast 5-week professional truck driving program, acquire hands-on skills to help you reach your full potential. From financial aid to career services, the staff at Perry Tech are there to help you from start to finish. Take action today by calling Perry Tech 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
It's sky blue, barn red. Caught up in a country, the only way I wanna be. Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends, that's where you can find me. With them fields of gold and cotton rows that never ending sky. That take it slow, easy road, man, that's life. Caught up in a country.
Back for the bottom of the first as the Pippins get their first chance at the plate. It's not as much of a lead as they had in the bottom of the first last night, but it is a lead nonetheless. 1-0, Walla Walla in front. After they loaded the bases and a sac fly scored Joey Craig for the first run. On the mound in Game 2 for Walla Walla is Tyler Haft. And his first pitch will miss inside for ball 1. Haft, the right-handed pitcher from Federal Way, Washington, a sophomore at Washington State. Appeared in 12 games his freshman year in 2021, 4 as a starter. As he misses the plate here, 2-0. Went 1-1 in those 12 games, 14 strikeouts in 21.1 innings. Had 2 outings against number 24 Stanford. And has been put in some big spots. Started against number 21 Gonzaga. And he looks to bring that talent to the Sweets season this summer. 2-1 the count to Hank Dunn, the center fielder who made his debut last night. And he'll see the next. Misses there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Banner Bank starting lineup for the Pippins at the plate. Hank Dunn leading off in center. Spencer Shipman bats second. Sam Olson will bat third. Shane Simpson, the cleanup hitter. Jake Borst will bat fifth. Jackson Sorensen bats sixth. Owen McWilliam bats seventh. Josh Davis bats eighth. And Spencer Marinko rounds things out as this one's chopped towards short. Dunn busting it down the line. And he's safe. Beats it out on what looked like a routine ground ball. Hank Dunn shows off the wheels as he beats that one. It was really tight there at first base, but Hank Dunn opens it up with a leadoff single. A 2-for-4 day for Hank Dunn in his debut yesterday. Former YVC star and All-American at Yakima Valley College. Committed to Gonzaga, where he will start in the fall. Led the Northwest Athletic Conference with a .431 batting average this year. Video game numbers for Dunn, 25 RBIs and 40 runs scored, accompanied by a .583 on-base percentage. The 4th time he's reached base in these 2 games so far. Here's a 1-0 to Spencer Shipman, who takes that one, and it's a ball, 2-0. Shipman is 3 for 17 on the season. Had a walk, a single, and a run yesterday against Walla Walla, who lines up defensively with Kai Osaka in left field, Joey Craig in center, and Will Fwenning in right. And we saw the talent that he has defensively in yesterday's game as the 2-0 misses inside, 3-0. The infield goes Leo Rivera at third, Thomas Rollauer at short, Jordan Andrade at second, Davis Milwaukee at first, and Jacob Marquez behind the plate. Haft has a 3-0. Taking all the way, that one catches the outer part of the plate, and it's 3-1 to Spencer Shipman. That was the count to Hank Dunn when he hit that ground ball to short and beat it out. Got a long stride up the first base line. Short lead at first base, though, for Dunn as the 3-1 home. Just catches the zone, and it runs full. 91 miles an hour from the righty. Here's a 3-2. Dunn takes off. This one swung on, hit to the right side and through. Dunn takes off for third base, and he'll hold up there. The hit and run worked to perfection. And it's back-to-back singles to open up the bottom of the first. Things brewing early for the Pippins. Runners on the corners, nobody out in the heart of the order coming to the plate. Obviously not a called hit and run. Dunn taking off on the 3-2 pitch. And, of course, if it's ball 4, Shipman would want to take it, but he shoots that one to the right side, which was wide open with Andrade covering, and runners on the corners now, nobody out. First pitch to Sam Olson. Misses for ball 1. For the third straight batter to open up the game, Tyler Haft has started with a first pitch ball. Olson 2 hits on the season thus far as that one's catch in the zone for a strike. The DH 2 for 14. Was 0 for 3 last game and was replaced by Josh Davis late in the game. Flew out to right, grounded out to short, and struck out in his 3 trips. Big spot for the Oregon catcher here, though, as he can put the Pippins on the board early. Yakima Valley has not had a lead so far this season. Losing game 1, 7-0. Game 2, 8-1. And then game 3, 8-0. Then last night, 12-4. But the damage had been done well before those 4 runs had crossed. The 1-1. Breaking ball, fouled back, 1-2. So the Pippins have yet to lead. Tying run on third base, the potential go-ahead run on first. Shipman has some wheels as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see him move in a 2-strike count. He does. He takes off. The throw is short-hopped at second. Runner coming home, and Dunn will score. The pitch misses. It's ball 2, but more importantly, Hank Dunn scores the tying run to even it at 1, while Shipman takes second base. Good base running by the Pippins. They have seen it against them thus far. Corvallis was very aggressive on the base paths in the first series of the year, and then Walla Walla with several stolen bases in game 1 of this series. But now it's the Pippins' turn, as we're all tied up. 2-2 to Olson. Inside, and it hits him. Looked like that one got off the hand as he tried to shake it off a little bit coming down the line, but it's Tyler Hafe to lose him on the 2-strike count, so runners on first and second, still nobody out after the hit by pitch in this tie game. Here's a big spot as the cleanup hitter Shane Simpson gets a turn. He didn't play in the opener of the series, but played in the first 3. 4 for 12 on the season thus far is Simpson as he gets a piece of this one and fouls it straight back 0-1. Outfielder from California Baptist has a lot of power from the left side. His 4 hits leads the Pippins. Has an RBI and a double. And will hit here, nobody out, 2 on, the 0-1. Missed on that one at 93 miles an hour out of the hand of Hafe. And it's 1-1. No shift infield or outfield against the lefty. As the 1-1 home is swung on, hit to the right side and through. Rounding third and coming home is Shipman as the right fielder just gets to that one. An RBI single for Shane Simpson gives the Pippins the lead. Shane Simpson picks up his second RBI of the year, and for the first time this season, Yakima Valley has a lead. It's 2-1 here in the first, and it will bring a visit to the mound for the Sweets. Shane Simpson, the first baseman, watching that one into the zone and driving it to the right side in between first and second and into right field. It died as soon as it hit the outfield grass, and Fuenting had a long way to go to reach it. No chance at a throw to beat Shipman, who was moving around the third base bag, and it gives the Pippins the 2-1 lead. Visit here trying to calm down the starter, who has yet to record an out now. 3 hits for the Pippins. As Olson returns to second and Shane Simpson back to first. It's Jake Borst at the plate, trying to keep things moving. Righty's first pitch to the catcher for the Pippins is shot into left field. This one's down for a hit. Stop sign at third base, and the throw in cut off station to station, and the base is loaded, nobody out for the Pippins. These are all the hits that Yakima Valley has been missing through the first 4 games of the season. Now 4 singles in the first inning without recording an out in this bottom half. Yesterday, 8 hits total. The finale against Corvallis, the Pippins were shut out, only recording 4 hits. Only 4 hits in game 2 of that series as well. So the bat's starting to come alive for the Pippins as Jackson Sorensen takes this one for a ball. Sorensen, the left-handed hitter from Gonzaga, at third base in this one, 0 for 3 in his debut yesterday, but certainly someone to watch. Head coach Kyle Crustangel in the pregame had him as the pick to click, saying he's just waiting for his right opportunity to drive one, and Crustangel predicted that Sorensen would pick up the first Pippins home run of the year. Wouldn't be a bad time for it here with the bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. Right-hander Tyler Haft in trouble out of the gate here. 2-1. Misses low. Hitters count 3-1 now to the dangerous Sorensen. Shane Simpson on second, Jake Borst on first, and Sam Olson on third. Sorensen, the freshman from Idaho Falls, Idaho. Grounds this one to the right side. No chance at 2, so they'll take it to 1, and the ground out brings home another run for the Pippins, make it 3-1 here in the bottom of the first as Haft and the Sweets record their first out. First RBI of the year for Jackson Sorensen. It moves Borst up to second, Simpson to third, and scores Sam Olson, as Olson scores his first run of the year. And now it's Owen McWilliam. First pitch home. That one will miss as well. And the fatal flaw so far in this first inning for Tyler Haft has been missing that first pitch. So difficult to try and get in a rhythm on the mound when you can't locate a first pitch strike. 1-0. Right back up the middle, off the pitcher's glove. Second baseman over is Andrade. The throw off the bag and safe at first base. Another run scores. First baseman Davis Milwaukee couldn't find the bag there and sort of straddled it on the throw. Some contact as McWilliam came in. And it looked like he beat it. Now that's going to bring the coach out of the Sweets dugout to talk things over and likely ask for help to see if the home plate umpire saw anything differently. And both umpires now will converse. We'll see if it stands. If it does, it's an error, and it scores the fourth Pippins run and gives Yakima Valley a 3-run lead. He is safe at first base, and it is 4-1 as the Pippins continue to roll. Now it's Josh Davis, the 8-hole hitter, that gets a turn. That was a tough play as it did tip off Haft's glove. Chopped up the mound, and that's a tough play for Andrade up the middle on the backhand. But the throw brought him off the bag. Both teams now with an error as Josh Davis delayed steal here, and McWilliam into second base without a throw. Jacob Marquez was already in the motion to throw back to the pitcher when McWilliam took off and caught the Walla Walla Sweet snapping. He stands on second and 2 in scoring position, still only 1 out. Josh Davis has an opportunity to drive in some runs. 0-1 the count as the righty delivers. Late swing, shot foul. 0-2. Josh Davis, right fielder in this game, is 1 for 8 on the season. Pinch hit and was 0 for 1 in the game last night with a walk. Behind in the count, he'll have to protect. The 0-2, Hit to the right side, runner coming home, and no throw as they'll take it to the bag. Another productive out scores the 5th Pippins run, and it is a 5-1 lead on the RBI ground out. It has to be a sigh of relief for these Pippins to have an inning like they've had here in the bottom of the first after the offensive struggles they've had through the first 4 games. The team last year that went to the WCL championship against Corvallis, largely in part because of the efficiency of the bats, haven't found their groove, but bottom of the first here says otherwise as the first to Spencer Marinko will miss for a ball. McWilliam is up to third base for Marinko at the plate, who's looking for his first hit of the season. He's 0 for 15 to this point and is the 9th batter of this bottom of the first. He has a 2-0 count now. Still nobody for the Sweets warming up in the bullpen as Haft is tasked with getting out of this first inning. 4 hits and an error, as well as a hit by pitch. Yeah, put the Pippins in this position. First time stringing some hits together here. He didn't record an out until the 6th batter of the inning. This one off the plate, 3-0. If Marinko can get on base here, the Pippins will have batted around in the first inning. A little payback for yesterday as the Sweets did the same thing in the first. 3-0. Taken all the way, strike down the middle, 3-1. Hitters count for Marinko. We'll see if he has the green light with 2 outs. The next from Haft. Swung on and missed. High fastball. And Marinko couldn't catch up with the 90 miles an hour upstairs. Full count here. Marinko trying to score another as the Pippins lead by 4. 3-2. Oh, that's a called strike 3. Marinko wanted ball 4. It ends the inning, but not before the Pippins get their damage in. Most runs scored in an inning this year and the first lead of the year for Yakima Valley. It's 5-1 through 1 as the Pippins in front. You're listening to the Pippins Baseball YouTube.
Never been easier at Bi-Mart. In-store or online, we're delivering more value than ever to our members. From direct mailed savings books to digital savings guides to everyone's favorite Lucky Number Tuesday. Plus, we're adding new ways to save with Bi-Mart's Buy It Online, Pick It Up in-store, new web-only items, and the ability to shop Cascade Farm and Outdoor and pick it up at your Bi-Mart store. More value, more products, more ways to save. Bi-Mart members save more time and money every day.
We are through the first inning of play, and the Pippins have a 4-run lead, 5-1 the score, as the Bats finally come alive here in game number 5 of the season. 4 hits in that first inning are as many as they've had in 2 of the 4 games played thus far. All that done in just 1 frame. Trying to keep their foot on the gas pedal here as they lead by 4, and it's up to Tyler Frieders to keep things going. He starts ahead 0-2 on Kai Osaka in the left fielder's first at bat of the series. Next one, skied out towards right field. Underneath is Josh Davis running towards the corner, and he drops it. That one will fall, and up to second base goes Kai Osaka on the error. And that's the danger of putting a catcher in the outfield, is that's going to happen from time to time. Both Josh Davis and Sam Olson doing the majority of their playing from behind the plate. Not accustomed to seeing balls off the bat from the outfield. And another error for the Pippins. That is officially their second. And a swing and a miss starts the next at bat against Jacob Marquez. One thing the Pippins cannot do is make errors defensively and let Walla Walla back into the game. After that surge of momentum in the bottom of the first, you don't want to give it back. So it's up to Frieders to try and close things down here, and the 0-1 just misses. And 1-1's the count. That one just misses, and Frieders falls behind. Again, 3.2 innings and 4 hits allowed in Frieders' debut. A junior from Yakima Valley College in Billings, Montana. Was all-region at YVCC in 2021 with 8 appearances, 6 starts with the Pippins last year. 2-1. That finds the zone. Make it 2-2. 38.1 innings of work for the Pippins in last year's campaign, and 36 strikeouts to just 12 walks. Now this one up the middle, fielded by Marinko at short. The throw to first is in time. They get the first out, but it is productive. Moves the runner Osaka up to third. And it brings the 9-hole hitting Will Fwenning to the plate. So Fwenning will try and score the second run of the game for Walla Walla here with 1 out, and Osaka standing 90 feet from the plate. Right fielder was 0 for 2 yesterday with 2 walks, was hit by 2 pitches, and also had that highlight catch. This one swung on and popped foul out of play. Into the bleachers and in for a strike. 0-2. Count. Big pitch coming here from Tyler Frieders. Swung on and shot down the line. Foul. To the count. The righty comes home. Off the plate. Nice pick behind the plate by Borst to keep the runner at bay, and it's 1-2. Frieders still in the driver's seat. Here's a 1-2 home. Oh, misses inside and just gets a piece of him. Another hit by pitch. Frieders loses him with 2 strikes, and now the runner will reach first and send us back to the top of the order. 2 runners on the corners. 1 out, and Thomas Rollauer will hit. Called him Michael Rollauer, as that is his official first name. Goes by Thomas, however, as I was politely informed from the Walla Walla broadcaster. This one tipped back, and he'll start behind. 0-1. Weak ground ball up towards the mound. Runner caught in between third and home, and the pitcher will try and run him back. Throw back to third. He'll take off for the plate, and the runner will try and advance. Tag at the plate, and both runners will move up, but they get the second out. Well done by Tyler Frieders as they track down Osaka. It is a fielder's choice 1-5-2 to allow Rollauer good base running to get to second, Fuening all the way up to third. But now 2 down. Once again, Pippins pitching, trying to tightrope out of a jam. That's the story all of last game. Even though Walla Walla put up 12 runs, 5 came in the first, 5 came in the ninth. In between, there were a lot of runners left on base. Total of 16 left on base for the Sweets last night, as this fastball misses off the plate 1-0. This one shot towards third into the glove of Sorensen. The throw in time, and Frieders tight ropes out of it. Scoreless here in the top of the second as the Pippins leave 2 on base. They'll come to the plate. Up next, bottom of the second, 5-1. Yakima Valley in front.
Who knew it was so difficult to find the right bank?
I know. It's so confusing.
Checking out your banking options? Oh, sounds overwhelming.
The common certainty!
Enough! With Banner Bank, it's easy to manage your finances, and help is here when you need it.
Be gone, Cloud!
Oh! Wait!
Built for action, built for banking. Banner Bank.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey, don't forget about Grandma.
Okay, family meeting.
Come on, welcome to the Ice Dome.
We are back for the bottom of the second inning after the Pippins did their damage in the bottom of the first. 9 batters came to the plate, so the leadoff hitter will hit again. It's Hank Dunn, who singled and scored the first run of the game for the Pippins. In his last at bat, he'll go up against Haft once again, who starts behind 2-0. Haft ran into some trouble in that first inning after an error, a hit by pitch, and 4 Pippins hits. Now 3-0 on Hank Dunn, who patiently awaits one in the strike zone. Right down the middle at 90 miles an hour taken, and the count to 3-1. Dunn from Eureka, Montana. Has a hitter's count here again against Haft. Taken for strike 2, and the righty battles back from 3-0 down to bring it full. Dunn takes his time in the batter's box, adjusting before he steps back in to see a 3-2 pitch to open the bottom of the second. Here it comes. Swung on, dribbled out to the right side again. Dunn busting it down the line. The throw beats him this time, and it is a ground out to open up the bottom of the second. If he puts that ball in play, there is absolutely a chance he can reach. Full effort from Hank Dunn, but the ground out is the first out. It brings up Spencer Shipman. His infield single, Dunn's, in that bottom of the first is what set up that big inning. Now this one will catch the zone, and Haft starts ahead 0-1. And now that one will miss. 1-1, even the count. So if you tuned in late, want to know how we got here. 1 run scored in the top of the first for Walla Walla on a sacrifice fly with the bases loaded, but Frieders worked out of it, just allowing the 1 run. And then in the bottom half, the Pippins bats came to life. He did not record an out until the 6th batter of the inning, who drove in a run with an RBI ground out. Shane Simpson RBI single. Brought home a pair. Two one. Catches the outer half. 2-2. And then a Josh Davis RBI ground out added to it. 5-1. And then in the top of the second, Frieders leaving 2 runners stranded. Two-two to Spencer Shipman, and he shoots this one foul down the line. Swing and a miss here, and Haft bounces back with a strikeout of Spencer Shipman. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And up to the plate comes Sam Olson. He was hit by a pitch and scored after Haft got him to a 2-2 count and was close to putting him away. Ran one a little too far inside that got Sam Olson off part of the arm or hand. Off speed here, just misses on the inner half. 1-0. Swing and a miss here, make it 1-2. Olson's next. Another off-speed inside, and Rollauer started heading back to the Walla Walla dugout. He thought it was strike 3. Instead, it's called a ball, and the count evened at 2. Righty tries again. Haft trying to go 1-2-3 after that rough first inning. Here he comes. Misses low, and it runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Stares home. Haft delivers. Payoff. Called strike 3 on the outer half. Olsen frustrated with the call, but will go down on strikes to end the bottom of the second inning. To the third we go. Pippins still in front, 5-1 when we come back.
Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
What's worse than standing in line at concessions? Now you can satisfy your appetite while remaining in your seat. With the mobile app Fan Food, you simply select Express Pickup and order your food. It is that simple. You deserve a VIP experience. Download Fan Food today.
Five to 1 is our score as the Pippins take the field again here in the top of the third inning. Wearing their green tops, black alternate hats. Walla Walla rocking their red jerseys with the Walla Walla in front. First pitch from Tyler Frieders is in for a strike. Next home from Tyler Frieders. This one, well off the bat, foul. And the count to 1-1 rather, as the first pitch was called a ball on Leo Rivera. Rivera singled in his last at bat, ended up advancing up to third base on a throwing error on the sac fly. 1-1 is swung on and missed. A good off speed and way out in front. Makes it 1-2. One-two home. Fouled as Rivera just gets a piece. Leo Rivera out of Whitman. Senior there from Seattle, Washington. Was 2 for 4 in the opener of the series. Had 3 runs scored, a double and a stolen bag. 1-2. Whoa! That one over his head. Ducks out of the way and avoids the hit by pitch. They count to 2-2. Two home. Inside again and hit something over there. Perhaps just off the catcher's glove. I think it will go full 3-2. Yes, it will. Full count, so Frieders will try again. Swung on and hit out to the right side and through. Base hit opens up the inning. And Rivera has his second hit of the game. That's a fantastic piece of two-strike hitting from Leo Rivera. Watching that ball in the zone and driving it the other way. 92 miles an hour exit velo off the bat. And he pokes it through the right side. Leadoff runner reaches for the second straight inning. In the second, it was the Osaka error, or the error in Osaka's at bat from the right fielder, Josh Davis. One-0. Just misses. It's 2-0 now to Davis, Milwaukee. He singled in his first at bat of the game. And on the series, 4 hits in 7 at-bats for Milwaukee. 2 runs and an RBI for him as well. This one up the middle, chance at 2 if they can get to it. Through Marinko's legs and into center field. I think that one's got to be ruled an error as well. And it will be. Spencer Marinko couldn't get to that ball up the middle. And adds another error. Not sure if they would have been able to turn 2, as it's a tough flip to second to throw on to first there and turn it, but Marinko couldn't get to the spot. Tried to square it up, and it got through him. This one spun off the end of the bat, and that one into right field. Runner will hold up at third. Another weak single, which finds a hole and does a job. Andrade with his first hit of the afternoon after driving home the sacrifice fly in the first. The bases are loaded with nobody out here in the third inning, and Nick Strong at the plate. So every inning of this game, the Pippins have committed an error to put him in a tough spot. Frieder's worked around the errors in the first and the second. He'll try and do the same here in the third, but still nobody out. It's a tall hill to climb. First pitch breaker in there for a strike. Happy to see the bats get going for the Pippins. We've seen the strength of the relief pitching, but one thing that has certainly not been consistent is the defense. Tons of errors for the Pippins through their first 4 games, now 5, as this one's through the hole and into left field. Another base hit. Runner holds up at third as it's bobbled in left by McWilliam. And station to station, another run comes home. It's the second for Walla Walla. Still nobody out, now 5-2. Nick Strong picks up his 6th RBI of the series in just 6 at-bats. And that just goes to show how important those defensive mistakes are. What could have been a double play and 2 outs. Completely different scenario. Bases loaded, nobody out, and 1 run already across. Kyle Crustangel will come out and have a word with his starting battery. Jake Borst behind the plate. So we have just received some news here on the broadcast that the Port Angeles lefties have signed Golden Tate, the former NFL player, to a player contract. Star for the Detroit Lions. And, of course, the Seattle Seahawks. As this one is shot out into left center field. Long way to run, and it drops by Hank Dunn. Cut off before it goes to the wall. 2-run score easy. It's a 2 RBI double for Kai Osaka. And the Walla Walla Sweets have pulled to within a run. It's 5-4. Quick conversation by the umpires. Not sure what they are talking about out there. But 5 hits now for Walla Walla, and they've cut it to a 5-4 score. As Frieder's still yet to find the first out in this third. Called safe, and Crustangel unhappy about it, as he politely disagrees. Not sure what was called safe, unless a player maybe missed the bag. But that was a blast off the bat of Osaka 99-mile-an-hour exit velo, and it went 335 feet into the gap to score 2 runs. But again, back to that shocking news of Golden Tate signing in the WCL. So he'll get to play for the Wenatchee Apple Sox, or excuse me, the Port Angeles Lefties this season. And you're seeing more and more wild stuff in college summer league baseball. Trying to bring fans to the park, have a good time, and see a former NFL star get to play some baseball. So that's going to be an interesting matchup when the Pippins take on Port Angeles. But important issues to deal with here as their lead has just been cut to 1, and Walla Walla with the potential tying run and go-ahead run in scoring position. The Pippins will play infield in. Here's a 1-0. Just misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitters count 2-0. This one home fouled away and make it 2-1. So the Pippins will play the lefties once this season, and it is on the road. Weekend of July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Definitely going to want to be tuning in for that one. As the count to 3-1. Base open at first base is Jacob Marquez, who grounded out to shorten his last at bat. Will try to reach. Frieders, 3-1. Shot into left field as it gets by Marinko. 1 run scores. Here comes another throw to the plate up the line. And it's a 2 RBI single for Marquez to put Walla Walla back in front. Big hitting here coming from the bottom part of the order. Make that 4 straight hits following the error. Nick Strong and Osaka come home to score. Still nobody out in this 3rd inning. It's now 6-5. 9-hole hitter Will Fwenning will bat. He was hit by a pitch in his last trip. 6 runs on 6 hits and an error for Walla Walla. 5 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors for the Pippins. And the most recent, the most costly, on Marinko's missed ground ball. Now this one is blasted out to left. That one will one-hop the wall. Rounding third and coming home. No, they'll hold the runner at third base as the throw comes in. It's another extra base hit, this time a double from Will Fwenning. And the Sweets keep rolling here in the 3rd. Thomas Rollauer will come to the plate now. It's 6-5. Walla Walla in front, and the Pippins have not found an out. 7 batters have come to the plate in this 3rd, and none have been retired against Tyler Frieders. Finds a strike on that pitch, make it 0-1. Five-run first inning yesterday. Now 5 runs here in this 3rd for Walla Walla, and potentially not done yet. As Frieders tries to tightrope his way out of this one. Against Corvallis, a 6-run 3rd inning. In Game 3. In Game 2, a 5-run 3rd inning. And in game one, 2 runs in the second and 2 more in the fourth. So Pippins starters have struggled in all 5 games this season. As this one's hit to the right side, it will bring a run home, but the Pippins do get their first out. Up to third base goes Fuening, and it is now a 7-5 Walla Walla lead. So with roll hours ground out, 1 out, and it brings up Joey Craig, who is the 9th hitter of the inning. And unless the Pippins can get a double play here, the Sweets will have batted around in this third. Swing and a miss on that one as it fools Joey Craig, and the count 0-1. A 1 home. That one in the dirt, blocked behind the plate by Jake Borst. Pippins' catching has been good defensively. A lot of blocked balls in the dirt to prevent runners advancing and potentially runs coming home, and then a bunch of caught stealings on the base paths. Talented catching core of Jake Borst, Sam Olson, and Josh Davis of YVC. Two balls and a strike now, 1 out to Joey Craig, who has been hit by a pitch and grounded out in this game. Checks a swing here as it misses, and 3 balls and a strike. (3-1) called a strike on the outer half. That has been consistent all day. Fastball on the outer half of the plate has been called a strike. Trackman has that too far off the plate, but called nonetheless, and the count goes full on Craig, 3-2. Frieders comes home. Poked over the third baseman's head and into left field. It's an RBI single for Craig. Thinks about stretching it to 2, but holds up, and he drives home another. Add another hit. That is the 7th of the game for Walla Walla. Scratch that. That is the 9th hit of the game, the 7th this inning alone. It has been an onslaught in this third. Walla Walla not going down easy, and the Pippins bats will play from behind once again. It's Leo Rivera at the plate. He is 2 for 2, 2 singles and a run, including the one that started this third inning. Fouls this one off, 1-1. Pitch home. This one shot out towards second, chance at 2, flip to second for 1, throw to first is in time, and the Pippins roll it up to end the top of the third. Walla Walla does its damage, 7 runs across here in the top half. They take the lead right back, 8-5. The Sweets in front. Pippins try and cut into the deficit when we come back.
Be an energy efficiency hero. Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
What's worse than standing in line at concessions? Now you can satisfy your appetite while remaining in your seat. With the mobile app Fan Food, you simply select Express Pickup and order your food. It is that simple. You deserve a VIP experience. Download Fan Food today.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. Pippins trying to cut into this deficit. 3 runs down now. It's 8-5 after a 7-run top of the third. Tyler Frieders got into some trouble as the Walla Walla bats woke up. 0-1 the count, the righty coming home, and this one is fouled away towards the Pippins dugout. Shane Simpson, the batter, checks the top of his bat to make sure he didn't chip it. And will hit from behind, 0-2. First baseman 1 for 1 with an RBI single and a run. 0-2 the count. Haft stares home, now delivers. Well off the plate, 1-2. One, two, fouled back. Simpson just gets a piece. So again, still a little bit rattled by the news. In case you missed it, Golden Tate, the former NFL wide receiver, has signed with the Port Angeles Lefties of the West Coast League. And will play for the Lefties this summer. Now Simpson pokes this one down the line, but foul, 1-2. So that is going to be an interesting dynamic. Golden Tate, a former collegiate baseball player at Notre Dame, played both baseball and football there as the 1-2 home from Simpson is weakly hit to the right side. Nobody covering the first base bag. Now the pitcher is there, and he gets there just in time to get Simpson for the first down. So after that really extensive and long first inning, which saw 5 runs score for the Pippins, it was 3 up, 3 down in the second, and the first out here in the bottom of the third. So 4 straight retired for Haft. 6 straight if you include the final 2 outs of the first inning. And he'll pitch against Jake Borst, who singled and scored in his last at bat. Borst ahead now, 2-0. .91 miles an hour from Haft. And the Washington State product brings home another. This time it finds the zone, 2-1. Now this one over top of the backstop, Jacob Marquez, make it 3 balls and 1 strike as the Pippins try and get a base runner. That 5-run first inning really got the Pippins excited. You could tell the momentum was all on their side. And now trailing, trying to climb back into the game. They get a one-out walk for Jake Borst, and it extends things to Jackson Sorensen. Sorensen, the third baseman out of Gonzaga. Well, his head coach Kyle Crustangel's picked a click today as he looks for his first hit in a Pippins uniform. Oh, home. This one misses low, 1-0. So for Golden Tate, born in 1988, attending University of Notre Dame, and was drafted by the San Francisco Giants in 2010. Ended up getting drafted twice. Here's a 1-0. As Haft comes home. This one scoots away. Marquez couldn't snag it, and the wild pitch puts Borst in scoring position. Tate playing for Notre Dame in the Big East his freshman season. At 19 years old, he played 18 games in the Big East. 11 hits and 42 at-bats, a .262 average for him. Followed that up his sophomore season, batting .329 for the Irish. 8 doubles, 4 triples, a home run, and 21 RBIs for Tate. As he gets back into baseball following his football career. Fastball misses off the plate, 3-0 the count on Sorensen. Three balls, no strikes. Haft misses here. Ball 4 and back-to-back walks. Put 2 on now with 1 out. As the Pippins try and push something across here, trailing by 3 in the third. Owen McWilliam will hit. That'll bring a visit to the mound, and it looks like this will be the end for Haft, who struggled in the first inning, got back in the second to compose himself with a 3-up, 3-down inning. Got the first out in this third, but back-to-back walks put 2 Pippins on. Warming up in the bullpen is another arm for Walla Walla. Number 30, Colby Solomon from Kenmore, Washington, warming up. Freshman from Gonzaga. But they'll keep the ball in Haft's hands. Perhaps a mound visit to give some time to that pitcher in the bullpen, as McWilliam reached on an error in his last at-bat, stole a bag, and then was left stranded at third in that first inning. He'll get a turn to hit. 3 for 14 on the season. 2 walks last game, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. So no balls and a strike. Taylor Haft trying to find the second out of the inning against McWilliam. McWilliam check swing here. He did go, but it gets away, and it breaks up the double play and puts 2 into scoring position. But in return, the count moves to 0-2. Second wild pitch of the inning for Tyler Haft. Infield in for Walla Walla here, and the third baseman, Leo Rivera, saying, get back. Don't want to play in with 1 out. So infield back to normal depth. Here is the 0-2. Just misses on the inside, and it's 1-2. .83 miles an hour and 2,800 RPM spin rate on that breaking ball. 1-2. Misses high at 91. Good take. High fastball, one of the toughest pitches to lay off of in a 2-strike count, but McWilliam does it. Rewarded with a 2-strike count and another life at the plate. We'll see another pitch from the righty from Washington State, Tyler Haft. Late swing, fouled away. Sorensen stands on second base, Jake Borst on third. As the Pippins try and answer here in this bottom of the third. Pitcher warming up, getting stretched and tossing by the Pippins bullpen. Looks like Isaac Yeager. As here's a big 2-2 pitch from the righty Haft. Fouled away once again. McWilliam staying alive at the plate. Working on his timing and getting closer. We're at an hour and 20 minutes of game time now and not through the third inning. It's been a long first couple innings with both sides batting around once. And the Pippins trying to get on the board once again in this bottom of the third. 2-2 from Tyler Haft. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for the righty and a big one. 2 away. '91 gets the chase from McWilliam, and with 2 outs, it is a pinch hitter at the plate for the Pippins to replace Josh Davis. It's Eric Mast into the game. He would replace Josh Davis in the outfield earlier after Davis's error. He was pulled from the game. And Mast will watch this one miss for ball 1. Eric Mast started in game 1. He had an RBI single and a run. Also had a walk, finished 1 for 3. Stolen bag as well, as this one's missed inside. But his biggest at-bat came in the 8th with the bases loaded and 2 outs. As he rocked one into right field, and it looked like it was going to hit off the wall and likely score all 3 on the bases and tie the game. It was Wilf Winning in right field that made a falling catch at the track to end the inning and save 3 runs from scoring. Mast looking for redemption here in a 2-0 count. Late swing, fouled away towards the on-deck circle and nearly took the head off Spencer Marinko. Two and 1 the count. Another off speed, swung on and missed. 81 miles an hour, and it's a 2-2 count now. Haft got the strikeout of McWilliam with a fastball high and away to the right-handed hitter. And we'll see what pitch he goes with against Mast, the left-handed hitting outfielder, in his first at-bat of the game. Swing and a miss. It gets away. Mast takes off for first. The throw picked at first base, and a good play by Davis Milwaukee defensively. Saves a run and ends the inning. A tightrope walk, and escaping the jam is Tyler Haft as he leaves 2 stranded and sends us to the 4th with a Sweets 8-5 lead. More baseball when we come back.
Get started on your new career at Perry Tech. From AAS degrees in business technology and accounting and IT and communication systems to a fast 5-week professional truck driving program, acquire hands-on skills to help you reach your full potential. From financial aid to career services, the staff at Perry Tech are there to help you from start to finish. Take action today by calling Perry Tech 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
It's sky blue, barn red. Caught up in a country, the only way I wanna be. Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends, that's where you can find me. Within fields of gold and cotton rows that never ending sky. And take it slow, easy road, man, that's life. Caught up in a country.
Welcome back to Pippins Baseball YouTube. Zach McKinstry here on the air as Walla Walla out in front 8-5 after an eventful first 3 innings. 13 runs across the plate, 12 hits, 8 in favor of Walla Walla, 4 for the Pippins. And a lot of errors. 3 errors for the Pippins. And 1 for Walla Walla. And the count 1-1 starts on Davis Milwaukee, the first baseman, who singled and reached on an error and scored in that long third. Takes this one and gets ahead, 2-1. Tyler Frieders remains on the mound. It did allow 1 run in the first, but the error did not help. Same story in the second, which started out with a 2-base error when Josh Davis dropped a fly ball in right. And then in that third, of course, the big error against Milwaukee at the plate. What looked like it could have been a double play ball went through the legs of Marinko and allowed that inning to turn into what it did, 7 runs across. As Walla Walla took the 8-5 lead. That's where we are now. They count to 3-2 on the first baseman, and Frieders comes home. Reaches out and pokes this one to left field into the glove of Owen McWilliam as he has out number 1. Time to look at the West Coast League scoreboard. Around the league, the Edmonton Riverhawks are in front of the Portland Pickles in the top of the third in Edmonton, 1-0. The Cowlitz Black Bears lead the Kamloops North Paws 7-0 in the bottom of the 5th. The Victoria Harbor Cats up 8-2 on Nanaimo at home. The lefties and the new recipients of a Golden Tate contract. As excited to see him play, they lead 5-0 over the Wenatchee Apple Sox on the road. Bend Elks up 3-1 over the Springfield Drifters on the road. Bellingham Bells lead the Northwest Star 4-1 at home, and then the Kelowna Falcons up 2-1 on the Ridgefield Raptors. That one just misses, and the count goes to 2-1. That Ridgefield Raptors team took 2 of 3 against this Walla Walla squad with a 16-1 win and a 23-12 win. A lot of offense from that Ridgefield side, but only 1 run through 5 innings of work against Kelowna. This one shot to the left side. Diving is Marinko. Can he make the throw? He can! What an effort from Spencer Marinko. Full extension. And he makes the play for out number 2. Back-to-back outs now as Marinko makes up for that error in the third inning. What a play from the shortstop from YVC. Highlight reel stuff. A full dive into the hole, snags it, and then the awareness and ability to get up to his feet and make the long throw. On top of that, got Andrade by about a step. 2 away now. Nick Strong will hit, and he goes on the first pitch, 0-1. Oh, 0-2 as it's fouled back. Strong will be forced to stay alive. The DH popped up to second base and had the RBI single and run in the third. Next home. Good fastball and didn't get the call. Pippins returned to their positions as most of them started creeping toward the dugout. Instead, 1-2. Frieders tries again. Check swing. Did he go? He did. Strike 3, and it ends the top of the fourth. Well done by Tyler Frieders. A bounce back inning after the 10 batters that came to the plate in the third. It's a 1-2-3 here in the fourth and sends us to the bottom half. 8-5, Walla Walla in front. Pippins bats to the plate when we return.
Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
What's worse than standing in line at concessions? Now you can satisfy your appetite while remaining in your seat. With the mobile app Fan Food, you simply select Express Pickup and order your food. It is that simple. You deserve a VIP experience. Download Fan Food today.
We're back on the Pippins Baseball YouTube. New arm into the game as the 1-0 home is unleashed on, but Marinko comes up empty, 1-1. It is Colby Solomon, the Kenmore, Washington native that takes the hill. A freshman at Gonzaga, stands 6 foot tall on the mound, and he will replace Tyler Haft. After his first 3 innings allowed 5 runs, he exits with a lead. They count now to 1-2. And Spencer Marinko will have to protect after that stellar play in the top half. Looking to bring it to the plate, and he takes that one for a 2-2 count. Solomon from Inglemoor High School was a 2-sport football and baseball star. As this one's fouled off. First team All-King Conference honors with an ERA of 1.12, leading the lead with 62 strikeouts, and was second in wins with 6 his senior year. Also studies computer science at Gonzaga. It's a tough field, especially for an athlete. The work commitment for that. But Solomon working on his craft here over the summer with Walla Walla in his second appearance after struggling in his most recent. Here's a 3-2. Fouled away again as Marinko gets a piece. The next home just stays upstairs, and a tough take for Marinko. He draws the walk against the new arm. Shortstop's on base for the first time in this one with his walk. It turns things over back to the top of the order. And Hank Dunn will face a soon-to-be teammate at Gonzaga as the center fielder 1 for 2 on the day and 3 for 6 in his 2 games played thus far. First home misses upstairs. Here's a 1-0 now to Dunn. Off the plate it misses. 2 balls, no strikes. It's not too often the Pippins have gone up against pitchers that have walked batters. As the Pippins haven't drawn a lot of walks this year, but have a few in this game. Dunn now takes a strike, 2-1. 3 walks from Tyler Haft and Colby Solomon thus far, and a hit by pitch from Haft as well. 2-1 the count. Whoa, that one runs upstairs and drills Hank Dunn. Nobody out, runners on first and second now as Dunn trots it off. Wore that one off the upper back at 87 miles an hour. And it brings Spencer Shipman up. Well, you'll take the free passes any way they come, and now Shipman with a chance at the dish to once again try and cut into the 3-run deficit. 8-5 Walla Walla leads, and the second baseman 1 for 2 on the day. Breaking ball at 69 miles an hour stays up. So an 18-mile-an-hour change of speed from the righty. Dropped 17 inches, according to TrackMan. Here's a 1-0. Comes back with that 87-mile-an-hour fastball, and it is 1-1. Fouled away this one, and it's Spencer Shipman to find himself in the hole. One, two, runners take off, double steal. It's over the catcher's head. And it won't matter. It is a ball. Holding up at third base is Marenko, and now 2 in scoring position, nobody out. Bold move with a double steal with 2 strikes. And a good pitch to run on as Solomon skies that one. 2-2 the count. Shipman looking to do a job here with nobody out. Big pitch from the righty Solomon. Fouled back again. Another good battle at the plate with 2 strikes. Spencer Shipman stays alive. This one shot up the middle and finds a hole. It drops in. 1 scores. Here comes Dunn. Throw cut off and a 2 RBI single by Spencer Shipman. Pippins back on the board. It's 8-7. What an at-bat from Spencer Shipman. That is all you can ask for at the plate. Shipman with 2 strikes in the count. A couple of pitches, waited to see the one that he wanted to, and he sent it right back up the middle, scoring 2 runs and making this one 8-7. Still nobody out. Now this one blasted into left field. Olsen all over the first pitch, and runners on first and second, nobody away here in the 4th. Hot start for Yakima Valley against the new arm, Colby Solomon. As that one 97 miles an hour off the bat into left field, and 2 on, nobody out for Shane Simpson, who's already driven in 1. Eight to 7 the score. This pitch shot out towards second. Chance at 2. Throw to second for 1. Throw to first. Not in time. And Simpson beats it out. How about that hustle from Shane Simpson? Beats it. And 1 out now. The tying run on third base on the productive out. That is an important play because now Borst can drive in this run with an out. Good speed on third base as well, and Spencer Shipman. Fouls this one back. First pitch goes to Solomon, 0-1. Runner takes off here. No throw to second, as holding on to it is Marquez. It breaks up the double play, and into scoring position goes Shane Simpson. 1-1 the count now to Borst, who has singled and walked in this game. Had a triple and a run in yesterday's effort. Pops this one out of play, 1-2. Breaking ball and a called strike 3, sits down Borst. What a big pitch there from Colby Solomon for the second out. Bat on the shoulders of Jake Borst as he leaves the going ahead and tying runs on base. It's up to Jackson Sorensen to drive them home. This one pulled foul. Sorensen well in front of that one, but good contact. Just waiting to get a hold of one. Sorensen with a lot of power from the left side. Now this one pulled to the right side into the glove of the first baseman Milwaukee, and he makes the play. Solomon gets out of it, but the Pippins add 2 more. It's a big 2 RBI single from Shipman. He cuts it to 1, 8-7 as we head to the 5th.
Office Solutions Northwest is excited to be the official office supplier of the Yakima Valley Pippins. Proudly serving the Yakima Valley since 1967, we offer a wide variety of solutions at work. From pens and copy paper, desks and chairs, to soap and paper towels, along with free next-day delivery on most orders. We strive to be your local source for all of your office needs. Create a free account today by visiting our website at www.whobest.com, and we look forward to working with you.
Here we are, top of the 5th inning. Frieders remains in the game here as he'll pitch against Kai Osaka. 1 for 2 today, a 2 RBI double and a run in the 3rd, but he starts behind 0-1 here. One and one the count now on Osaka. Kai Osaka from Seattle, Washington. 1-1 home in there for strike 2. Played at the Bush School in West Seattle, graduating in 2019. At Chapman currently, as his 1-2 is swung on and hit out to Shipman, and he bobbles this one, recovers the throw to first. Just in time to beat him. Good recovery after initially losing that one. But it is out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Now it brings up Jacob Marquez in the 8-9 in the order. Marquez had a 2 RBI single his last at bat. 1 for 2 on the day and 1 for 2 on the series. Didn't play in game 1. Now this one is blasted out towards right center. On the move is done, and he catches it on the run for out number 2. That was a bullet into center field. 91 miles an hour off the bat, and Hank done a perfect jump. Brings it in on the run. This one tipped back into the mitt, make it 0-1. Good start for Frieders here in this 5th after he went 1-2-3 in the 4th. Called strike 2, 0-2 now. The pitch home. Just misses. Frieders wanted the K. Action in the Pippins bullpen. Not sure if Frieders will go back out there for the 6th. As this one's pulled down the line. Diving is Sorensen, but he gets by him and into the corner. Rounding first, heading for second is Fwenning. Picked up and finally thrown in. It is a 2-out double as Fwenning extends the inning. Fwenning has now reached in all 3 plate appearances in this game, a double in each of his last 2 at-bats, and then the hit by pitch to open up the game. The right fielder on fire as Rollauer will hit for the 4th time. That one just misses 1-0 to start on Rollauer, who is 0 for 3 today. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd, but outside of that is grounded out and struck out looking. That one just misses, make it 2-0. Here comes the next breaking ball in there for strike 1. Make it 2-1. Big at bat here in a 1-run ball game. Walla Walla 8 runs on 9 hits. Pippins 7 runs on 6 hits. Here's a 2-1. Frieders gets the foul ball. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. 8-7 our score. Here's the pitch from Frieders. Dribbled foul, and Rollauer stays alive. The shortstop at the University of San Diego, 2 for 6 yesterday with 2 stolen bags and a run. Also struck out twice in 7 total trips to the plate as the leadoff man. 2-2 again. Good take as it misses. And the count goes full, 3-2. Joey Craig in the on-deck circle, and he has been dangerous all series. 3-2 the count. Pitch from Frieders. Swung on and shot into right field. It drops in. Up firing is the right fielder, Eric Mast, and the throw cut off, so the runner stays put. But a 2-out single and back-to-back 2-out hits brings up the center fielder Joey Craig. And out comes Kyle Crustangel. A turn of events after Frieders' 2-strike pitch. Thought he got the strikeout of Fwenning. The next pitch was shot down the line for the double. Now the single, and runners on the corners, 2 outs. It'll be the end of the line for the starter as he goes 4.2 and exits trailing by 1. New arm into the game when we come back. You're listening to Pippins Baseball on YouTube. Welcome back, new arm into the game, and a big situation here. Runners on the corners, 2 outs and a 1-run ball game. Isaac Yeager trying to leave Walla Walla scoreless here in this top of the 5th inning. The new arm, Yeager, has 1 outing earlier this year, and it was real good. Went 2 innings of work. Did not allow a run, did not allow a hit. 1 batter reached on a hit by pitch, 2 reached on an error, but he worked out of those jams. 3 strikeouts in those 2 innings. Yeager, the recent high school graduate from Bishop Blanchett High School in Seattle. Misses here, runner takes off, and no throw from Borst behind the plate. 2-0 the count, and 2 in scoring position. Craig ahead 2-0, open base at first as Yeager brings home another. This one, check swing, he did go, ball gets away, throw to the plate, the tag, not in time! Yeager saying he had the ball, the glove was there, but home plate umpire says the runner slid underneath it. Fwenning will score from third and make it a 9-7 ball game on the wild pitch as it gets by Borst. Up to third base goes Rollauer. 2-1 is the count on Joey Craig. Borst hustled to get to that ball and slid and made a nice throw to the plate on the money to Yeager, who was covering. But Fwenning got underneath the tag and slid in safely. 9-7 the lead for Walla Walla. Two-one. That one misses, make it 3-1. Here's the next. Swing and a miss, make it full, 3-2. Yeager, soon to be a Husky at the University of Washington. Getting to showcase his talent with the Pippins this summer, 3-2. Well off the plate, it gets away again. Coming home is another Walla Walla run. It's 10-7 on back-to-back wild pitches. Both runs are accredited to Tyler Frieders, but 2 wild pitches and both score. So close to getting out of it. But once again, the fundamentals come back to hurt the Pippins. 3 errors in this game and countless wild pitches. I'm not sure how many that have allowed these runs to cross. One-0. 2-0. Leo Rivera at the plate, the third baseman for Walla Walla. He is 2 for 3 today, 2 singles, a run, and in his most recent at-bat, a 4-6-3 double play to end that long third inning, which saw the Sweets plate 7 runs. Lead back up to 3 now as Yeager tries to find the final out. 2-1 is the count. 2 out, top of the 5th. Runner on first base is Joey Craig. He had 2 stolen bags yesterday. Takes off here. This one off the plate and low. No chance at the throw as Borst misses it, and it skips away into the outfield. Gets by both the middle infielders and Craig up to third base. Bad defense again by the Pippins. Another error. And a runner on third base, 2 outs, 3-1 the count. That's one that Borst probably should have just held on to. This one swung on and popped up. Shallow right field. Out is the first baseman. It's Shane Simpson that pulls down the final out. And it is a 10-7 lead after 2 cross in the top of the 5th. Pippins still trail Coming to the plate, bottom half of the 5th inning. Up next, you're listening to Pippins Baseball on YouTube.
Get started on your new career at Perry Tech. From AAS degrees in business technology and accounting and IT and communication systems to a fast 5-week professional truck driving program, acquire hands-on skills to help you reach your full potential. From financial aid to career services, the staff at Perry Tech are there to help you from start to finish. Take action today by calling Perry Tech 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
It's sky blue, barn red. Caught up in the country, the only way I wanna be. Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends, that's where you can find me. Within fields of gold and cotton rows that never ending sky. That take it slow, easy road, man, that's life. Caught up in the country.
Bottom of the 5th inning starts with a dribbling foul ball to the left side off the bat of Owen McWilliam as Colby Solomon remains in the game for Walla Walla. Allowed 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th, but got out of a jam in which more could have been allowed. 2 in scoring position. And 1 away, and Jake Borst struck out looking. Followed up by a Jackson Sorensen ground out to first base to escape that jam that would have tied the game as the 0-2 misses off the plate 1-2. And in the top of the 5th, Walla Walla put up 3 runs, or 2 runs rather, to make it a 3-run lead. 10-7 is where we stand now as the 1-2 turns to 2-2. 10 runs on 10 hits. Walla Walla's bats have come to play this series. 16 hits in game 1, 10, and we are halfway through game number 2. This one scoots away on the swing and a miss. McWilliam busting it to first. The throw not in time, and it skips by the first baseman. McWilliam hustles his way out on a swinging strikeout. Wild pitch allowing him to reach, and the leadoff man on unconventionally here in the bottom of the 5th. So second at bat coming for Eric Mast. He swung and missed at his last pitch, which was in the dirt, but thrown out on a close play at first base, which was picked by Davis Milwaukee. Swings through the first pitch here and starts behind 0-1. This is Mast's first at bat against Colby Solomon. Freshman at Gonzaga. Pickoff forces McWilliam to dive back in. He has a stolen bag in this game. Was left stranded at third in the first inning, struck out in the 3rd, and then reached here in the 5th. As Mast tries to keep the line moving. 0-1 the count. Solomon's pitch and off speed in for strike 2. Mast has to protect. Again, had that drive into right field in last night's game, which was caught by Fuening, but a big gap down the line in right. 0-2. Just misses low on the off speed, and Solomon will have to try again. Pippins have had some quick games this year. Game under 2.5 hours in the finale against Corvallis as McWilliam dives back into first. Around 3 hours in game one, and this one is at 2 hours and 5 minutes. And we are not through the bottom of the fifth. 1-2, runs inside, and Mast just avoids getting hit by that pitch. 2-2. We've seen a couple of times that a 2-strike count has been lost by a hit by pitch. 2-2 the count. The next home. Off speed. Just misses. Oh, boy. Solomon wanted that one as he stood in his position on the mound, staring at the plate for a second. Trackman had it catching the top of the zone. 3-2 is the count. Fouled back. And Mass stays alive. Full count, nobody out. McWilliam could be on the move with his speed, but I'm sure Walla Walla well aware of it. And they've kept an eye on McWilliam with a couple of pickoffs already this at bat. 3-2 the count. Runner does not go, and the pitch fouled back. Masts will see another. Three balls, 2 strikes. McWilliam on first base. Pitch home. Ball 4, and Eric Mast works a tough walk. Nobody out, 2 on, and the tying run will come to the plate. Spencer Marinko with nobody out. And Kyle Crustangel will call timeout to talk with his hitter beforehand and bring the runners in as well. Curious to see if anything's on, if they'll try and bunt here. Or we've seen a double steal already in this game from the Pippins, and it worked to perfection. Also saw a hit and run, which worked to perfection, allowing Hank Dunn to get up to third base on Spencer Shipman's first single. But the majority of Crustangel's conversation is with the runners rather than Marinko. And the visit concludes as Marinko digs in. So Walla Walla will play bunt defense, as you see first baseman Davis Milwaukee pointing to Jordan Andrade, telling him to cover first base because he'll charge if it's hit his way. Leo Rivera at third base on the grass. First pitch, no, a pickoff to keep an eye to see if anything was on, and Pippins don't bite. Marinko walked and scored his last plate appearance. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Oh, 0-1. Marinko takes again off the plate. And it's evened up. Nothing on thus far. But again, good speed. Eric Mast on first, McWilliam on second. And Marinko at the plate. Corner infield still level with the grass. Playing the bunt as Solomon comes home with a 1-1. Both runners take off. This one upstairs. The throw goes to second. Nobody there, and it's into center field. 1 run scores. Up to third base goes Eric Mast, and the double steal works again. Pippins add 1 more in the bottom of the 8th. Cut it to a 2-run game, and Mast on to third base with nobody out. What a bold call there, but the throw going into second. Trying to catch Eric Mast, the following runner. And it comes back to bite the Sweets. 2-1. Off the plate, ball 3. Hank Dunn in the on-deck circle in the top of the order, due up after this. As Marinko has a hitter's count at the plate, 3-1. Infield back at normal depth, the 3-1. Called strike 2. Marinko started taking off his gear, wanting ball 4, but he'll retrieve his bat and have to hit. Struck out looking on a 3-2 pitch in the first. Walked in the fourth after a good at bat. Here against Solomon. The righty sets, delivers, 3-2. Ball 4, and it will be a walk. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth, and runners on the corners for Hank Dunn in the top of the order. That'll bring the Sweets coaching staff out of the dugout and will bring a change. New arm coming into the game, and the top of the order for the Pippins will try and even or take the lead here in the fifth inning. We got an offensive slugfest, 10-8, Walla Walla in front, but the Pippins on the doorstep when we come back on Pippins Baseball YouTube. Welcome back. Bottom of the fifth inning. Pippins on the doorstep. They trail by 2, but the tying run on first base. And with Hank Dunn at the plate, nobody out. On third base stands Eric Mast. He's got good speed, and Dunn trying to put bat on ball against the new arm. Runner takes off here, shows bunt, and no throw as into second base is Spencer Marinko. And it breaks up a double play. One 1-0 the count on Dunn as Ben Ortiz on the mound to relieve Colby Solomon of his duties. Ortiz, the right-handed senior from Whitman College, steps off before the 1-0, and that will bring Marquez out to the mound. Ortiz, one of the veteran players on this lineup in his senior year at Whitman. Quick visit concludes as Hank Dunn digs in. Shipman in the on-deck circle is 2 for 3 in this one. Had his 2 RBI single in the fourth. And Dunn is 1 for 2. A single and a run and a hit by pitch and a run. 1-0 pitch from Ortiz. Dunn blasts this one into right center field. It drops in. 1 run scores. Rounding third and holding up at third is Spencer Marenko. It's an RBI single for Hank Dunn, and the Pippins back to within 1. First RBI of the year for Hank Dunn, and I'm sure we will see plenty more of those as he scores Eric Mast and moves Marenko up to third base. Hank Dunn, a bullet off the bat just beyond the outstretched glove of Jordan Andrade at 93 miles an hour exit velo. (10-9) the score. Walla Walla leads. Tying run at third with nobody out as Dunn takes his lead. Ortiz comes home. First pitch off speed, misses low, 1-0. Spencer Shipman has 2 hits and 2 RBIs in this one. A run and a stolen base as well. A fantastic day for Shipman. The chance to tie this one up. Runner takes off. This one off the plate and no thought at a throw as Hank Dunn takes second. And now the go-ahead run in scoring position for the Pippins. Yakima Valley taking advantage of Marquez behind the plate. Very aggressive on the base paths. No force play, and the infield in for Walla Walla, the 2-0. Swing and a foul ball. Shipman out in front of a 74 mile an hour off speed. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As we are in store for a long one. 2 hours, 20 minutes of game time thus far. 2-1. Shipman fouls it away. Got underneath it as he fouls it back. And a 2-strike count. Open base at first. And Ortiz has 1 waste pitch if he wants it. So we'll see if he goes right at Shipman, who's got 2 hits in this game already. The righty from Whitman comes set, looks at the runners, and delivers a 2-2. Off speed, dribbler up the middle, runner coming home, throw coming to the plate. The tag is in time. Marenko gunned down at the plate as the tying run. Good composure by Thomas Rollauer at short to field it and fire a strike to the plate. Throw beat Marenko by a mile. And Marquez got the tag down to secure the first out and keep the Walla Walla lead. Up to third goes Hank Dunn, and back to the dugout goes Marenko. Pick off to first base, and Dunn takes a lead off of third, but returns to the back. Ortiz has to be expecting Spencer Shipman to try and take second, as that's been the case in nearly every first and third opportunity for the Pippins in this game. Sam Olson at the plate. Runner takes off the plate. Marquez no chance at a throw, and once again, the Pippins put their tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position. Once again, no force play. Sam Olson, an opportunity to perform with runners in scoring position with only 1 out, 1-0. Takes a strike. Olson was initially the right fielder in this game, but was switched to DH right before game time. He is 1 for 2 today, a hit by pitch and a run in the first, struck out looking in the second, singled in the fourth. 7 total hits for the Pippins. The 8th could give them the lead. Here's a 1-1. Olson waits on this one, but off the end of the bat, fouls it away. 1-2. All of the bullpen for Walla Walla on their feet, cheering on Ben Ortiz. And what a big moment this is for both sides. 1-run ball game. Tying run is Hank Dunn, 90 feet from the plate. Go-ahead run is Shipman with a big lead off of second. 1-2 the count as Ortiz out of the stretch comes home. Good take off the plate, and the count evens up on Sam Olson. Olson, the redshirt senior, at the plate with a lot of experience. He's played for 3 different colleges, but now in the Pac-12 with Oregon and the Ducks. Here's a big 2-2. Roped foul over top of lefties and out into the parking lot. Turned around on that one, well foul. Two the count. Ortiz off speed, swing and a miss. No, it's tipped at the plate. No, they call him out. He missed it and didn't run to first. Boy, is that a mistake from Sam Olson. Not only did he strike out, but not running to first base. He could have drawn the throw at the minimum. Hank Dunn with a lot of speed at third. You never know. And we've seen that throw from Marquez in the dirt up to first base already in this game. What a tough strikeout for Sam Olson in a big spot. Pippins still trail by 1 now, 2 outs. It's up to Shane Simpson to try and bring home the tying run. One and 0 the count. Again, an open base at first. Jake Borst in the on-deck circle. Shane Simpson sees the 1-0. Whoa, it's behind him. Dunn takes off for the plate. Generous bounce back to flip home. Not in time. And Hank Dunn has tied it. Heads up base running from the center fielder. Bounces off the backstop. Marquez had the chance to make a play, but Dunn slides home safely, and we are tied at 10 in the bottom of the 5th. Two and 0 the count. Go-ahead run standing on third base. Ortiz comes home. Simpson up the middle. Weakly hit. Long way to run at second. The throw to first is not in time, and the run scores. An infield single for Shane Simpson. Put it in play, and good things happen. That's the case there as it dies on the infield grass. Andre Day had to run from deep in his second base position and couldn't make the throw as Simpson drives home the go-ahead run. What a hustle play from Shane Simpson as he drives home his second RBI of the game. He stands on first base with 2 away. Jake Borst takes strike 1. So of the 8 Pippins hits, there has not been 1 extra base hit yet. As a pickoff to first base keeps an eye on Simpson. Now would be a good time for it for Jake Borst. And catcher with a lot of pop in his bat. He singled and scored in the first inning, walked in the third. Struck out in his most recent at bat. 10 runs on 10 hits for Walla Walla, 11 on 8 hits for the Pippins. Borst takes that one off the plate. 9 errors between the two teams on the scoreboard. Throw to first base and diving back in is Simpson. Only in the bottom of the 5th this game. 2.5 hours to this point. 1-1 home. Off the plate again, and Borst lays off 2-1. Ortiz had almost escaped without allowing the runs to score. Had gotten 2 outs. But the wild pitch scores Hank Dunn, and then the infield single plates the go-ahead run. 2-1. This one blasted to left field. Left fielder trying to find it on a long way to run. It drops in. Running to third base, the throw is not in time. And a high single down the line finds the outfield grass. We've seen that already in game 1 of this series. Joey Craig lost the ball off the bat of Jake Borst in center. And it allowed Borst to get to third on the triple. This time it's left fielder Kai Osaka. You could see he didn't quite see that one well off the bat. Had sped up, slowed down, and then sped up to get to the ball again. And that hesitation allows it to drop. A 2-out single puts runners on the corners, and more chances here as Jackson Sorensen comes up to the dish. First pitch misses low, ball 1. Sorensen becomes the 9th batter of the inning. 4 runs have crossed here for the Pippins in this bottom of the 5th. The 1-0 from Ortiz. Misses high and away, ball 2. There has not been a Pippins home run yet this season. Wouldn't mind one here on a 2-0 pitch from Ben Ortiz. The righty delivers. Low and in, scoots away, and it hits him on the bounce, is what they say. And instead of scoring a run, it is a hit by pitch to load the bases with 2 outs. That brings up Owen McWilliam, who led off to open up this inning. So that could be viewed as a gift for Walla Walla. It does not allow a 12th Pippins run to score, but at the same time it extends the inning to Owen McWilliam. Bases juiced, first pitch, swung on and fouled away, 0-1. I'm going to run out of room in this scorebook after too long. Second time that the Pippins have sent 9 or more to the plate. Walla Walla has done the same. 0-1. Just misses. Count even at 1-1. More stretching in the Walla Walla bullpen. Nobody going for the Pippins after Isaac Yeager closed out the top of the 5th. 1-1. Swung on and underneath it, McWilliam frustrated. As you can see through his body language, he was just underneath that one. Could have squared it up, but instead fouls it out. I'm sure the right fielder wants that pitch back, but now it's a new count, 1-2, 2 away, and Ben Ortiz trying to get out of this bottom of the 5th. Off speed, misses inside. At 63 miles an hour, that really messes with the timing of the hitter. And you could see it from McWilliam there as he brought out that plant leg late on that pitch. Wanted to see if it broke into the zone just to get something out there, but he did plant it down and took it inside. 2-2 is the count. Ortiz delivers. Off the plate, ball 3. Everybody gets a head start with a full count. The Pippins, an opportunity to blow open this bottom of the 5th inning. 3-2, runners will be on the move. Ortiz delivers off the plate, ball 4, and it brings home a run. 12-10 the lead for the Pippins. Out in front by 2 as 5 have crossed the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. And it extends things for Eric Mast. Left-handed hitting Mast will face Ortiz for the 2nd time this inning. Walked and scored earlier. Takes strike 1 on the outer half. Third base is the catcher Jake Borst. Second is Jackson Sorensen. And first is Owen McWilliam. Righty sets and delivers. Mast hits this one, pops it up, shallow left field. Out is the shortstop and gets underneath it to make the catch. And in the 5th, the Pippins add 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th. It is a 2-run lead as Yakima Valley jumps back out in front. 12-10 our score as we head to the 6th frame. Pippins lead.
Never been easier at Bi-Mart. In-store or online, we're delivering more value than ever to our members. From direct mailed savings books, to digital savings guides, to everyone's favorite Lucky Number Tuesday. Plus, we're adding new ways to save with Bi-Mart's Buy It Online, Pick It Up in-store, Farm and Outdoor, and Pick It Up at your Bi-Mart store. More value, more products, more ways to save. Bi-Mart members save more time and money every day.
Top of the 6th starts with ball 1 as Isaac Yeager returns to the mound. His next home misses upstairs, and it's a 2-0 start to the cleanup hitter Davis Milwaukee. Wild ball game here in Yakima as this one's now poked down the line, and it drops in fair. It's at least one for Milwaukee, who takes off for second. Here comes the throw into the bag. Pick the tag in time! What a seed from Owen McWilliam in left field, and he guns down Milwaukee for the first out. Owen McWilliam, a missile from left field on a bloop single that dropped in. And McWilliam catches Milwaukee trying to take the extra bag. One away as Yeager finds the zone for strike 1. A 7-4 outfield assist for the first out. As the next home is hacked at by Andrade, and he comes up empty for strike 2. Second baseman is 1 for 2 on the day. A sac fly his first trip, a single and a run in the third, and most recently, he ground out to short in the fourth. His first time facing Yeager. Alrighty, looking for his first strikeout, and he drops this one low, 2-2. 2-2 the count. Swung on, popped up, skied into shallow right, and it doesn't look like Mast sees it. Nobody does. It drops down. Once again, a fly ball is lost in the night sky. This time it's by the Pippins. Routine pop-up is completely lost by Eric Mast, who started in on it. Shipman coming over from second had no idea where it was, and it dropped right behind Shane Simpson at first base. That is a smoked single in the books for Andrade as he leads off of first. One out, Nick Strong at the plate. Yeager delivers. This one grounded towards third, chance at 2. Sorensen to second for 1. Throw to first, in time, and the Pippins turn it. Yeager with a double play. The defense looking nice. McWilliams outfield assist, and then the 5-4-3 ends the top of the 6th. The Pippins to the plate when we come back. 12-10, Yakima Valley in front.
Install high-efficiency natural gas equipment, and you can be just like Cascade's most energy-efficient player of the game. Match his ERA of $710. Put some runs on the board by upgrading your furnace, improving your home's insulation, and switching to a condensing tankless water heater. Cascade's bench is deep with both residential and commercial incentives. Check them out at our website or give us a call and be an energy efficiency player of the game.
What's worse than standing in line at concessions? Now you can satisfy your appetite while remaining in your seat. With the mobile app Fan Food, you simply select Express Pickup and order your food. It is that simple. You deserve a VIP experience. Download Fan Food today.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th. Pippins, a chance to add to their lead for the first time in a long time. Took a 5-1 lead after a big bottom of the first inning, but Walla Walla plated 7 in the top of the third to jump back out in front. And the Pippins in front for the first time since then. This one blasted up the middle and drops in front of center fielder Joey Craig. Leadoff single for Spencer Marinko, and that is his first hit of the season. Boy, has he earned it. Marinko has struggled up to this point, was 0 for 16 Also made an error in that 7-run top of the third, which would have been a double play. Since then, he's walked twice, made one of the best highlight plays of the year, and now has his first single of the game, of the season. And he's on first base. That brings up Hank Dunn, who has been a menace at the plate in this one. 2 hits, an RBI, and 3 runs scored. He takes the first off the plate for ball 1 as Ortiz remains in the game. One-0 the count. Ortiz comes home. Taken for a strike on the outer half, and it's evened up. One the count. Ortiz takes his time. Runner takes off. This one shot to the right side and through. Another successful hit and run as up to third base goes Marinko, and Hank Dunn with a 3-hit day. The base running has been spectacular. The Pippins in this game. Tons of stolen bags, a lot of aggressiveness, and this time it's the second hit and run of the game to put runners on the corners, nobody out for Spencer Shipman. First pitch taken for strike 1. Shipman's had a solid game. 2 for 4, 2 runs, 2 stolen bases, 2 RBIs. Has reached 3 times on his singles and a fielder's choice. Runner takes off again, swinging and fouling at bat as Spencer Shipman. Still caught up with that McWilliam outfield assist in the top half of this 6th inning. Pippins with a chance to pour it on here and add to their 2-run lead. 0-2 the count. It's Dunn on first base. Good lead as Ortiz sets. Comes home, Dunn takes off. This one swung on again, grounded out towards short. They'll have to go to first with it, and it eats up Milwaukee. Up to third base goes Dunn, and the run comes home. The 5th error of the game for Walla Walla and the 10th of the game between these two sides. Shipman reaches on the error but does get the RBI as it would have scored either way. Dunn all the way up to third, and Marinko crosses the plate. It's 13-10. Sam Olsen, another turn at the plate, and he's looking for redemption after striking out in a big situation in the 5th. He is 1 for 3 on the day, a single, a hit by pitch in which he came around to score, and 2 strikeouts, but with nobody out, a chance for him to drive in a run. Swings at this one and shoots it out to right field. It's been trouble all game long finding it in the lights, but Fuening does find it. Runner will tag, and the throw home, not in time. RBI sac fly, and Hank Dunn will score. Make it 14-10. That is the first out of the bottom of the 6th. And it brings up Shane Simpson. Staying on first base is Shipman. And we'll see if he'll be on the move as he takes a decent-sized lead off the first base bag. First to Shane Simpson. Runner takes off. This one in the dirt. And once again, Marquez no shot at a throw. Stolen base. 14 runs on 11 hits, 5 errors for the Pippins. Walla Walla 10 runs on 12 hits and 5 errors. We talked about it for the series opener, but the Walla Walla team ERA is a 15.5 through the first part of the season. The abnormality was that win against the Pippins in Game 1 where they held them to just 4 runs. Hitters count 2-0 to Shane Simpson. He's got 2 RBIs and 2 runs in the game. Takes it off the plate. 3 balls, no strikes. Pick off to second base, no one covering, and Shipman scurries back before a 3-0 to Shane Simpson. I've talked about this on the air before, but Simpson RBI here, that would be a lot of alliteration. Spencer Shipman, Shane Simpson. That's what they teach you in broadcast school. 3-1 the count. And a hitter's count to Simpson. First baseman with 6 hits on the season. Has been one of the top bats in the Pippins lineup. The 3-1. Ball 4 off the plate, and a 1-out walk puts runners on first and second. And brings up Jake Borst. No move from Walla Walla yet, as Ben Ortiz remains in. Swing and a miss by Jake Borst, and it's 1-1. Get caught up. Sending out all of these tweets, so many highlights to be tweeted out from the Pippins Baseball Twitter account. So if you're curious what I'm doing during the broadcast, it's that. You can go check them out on the Pippins Baseball Twitter account. Thanks to everybody tuning in for this one. Game 2 of this series between the Walla Walla Sweets and Yakima Valley Pippins. And it's a doozy. 14-10 is our score as the 2-1 from Ortiz is shot towards short. Chance at 2 to second for 1. Throw to first is picked by Milwaukee, and they get them both. Ends the inning, but not before the Pippins add 2 more. An RBI error allows 1 run to cross, and then it's Hank Dunn to score on the sac fly. It's 14-10 as we head to the 7th here in Yakima.
Office Solutions Northwest is excited to be the official office supplier of the Yakima Valley Pippins. Proudly serving the Yakima Valley since 1967, we offer a wide variety of solutions at work, from pens and copy paper, desks and chairs, to soap and paper towels, along with free next-day delivery on most orders. We strive to be your local source for all of your office needs. Create a free account today by visiting our website at www.whobest.com, and we look forward to working with you.
Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning, and Isaac Yeager in the game, pitching with a 4-run lead. Ties the largest the Pippins have had in this one after leading 5-1 after one. Another eventful first inning. This time it went in the Pippins' favor. Scoreless second, but Walla Walla found the groove in the top of the 3rd. 7 runs crossing the plate and putting the Sweets out in front. Pippins added 2 in the bottom of the 4th and then 5 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 more in the bottom of the 6th. And those 9 runs have made it a 14-10 lead. For the Pips. Next home, called strike 3 on the outer half, and Yeager adds another strikeout. That's his first, in this top of the 7th inning. And he has been fantastic out of the pen this year for Yakima Valley. Only in his 2nd appearance, but he has yet to allow a run. Got some help from the defense in the 6th. On the leadoff single, Milwaukee trying to take second, and the throw in, McWilliam gunned him down. Then the pop-up to the right side, lost in the lights, allowed Andrade to reach. But a 5-4-3 double play into that top of the 6th and built some momentum for the Pippins to score 2 in the bottom half. 2-0 the count to Jacob Marquez, the catcher, who's 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI single and a run back in the 3rd inning. Next home, 3-0 will find the zone, and Yeager starts to fight back. 1 away, 3-1 the count on the 8-hole hitter Marquez. Fwenning in the on-deck circle, and he is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles in this game. 3-1. Ground ball right side. Simpson snags it. Underhand flip to the pitcher covering, and Yeager steps on the bag for out number 2. Two up, 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning, and it's the right fielder Fwenning that digs in. 0 for 2 in yesterday's game. But also had 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, check swing, and it gets a piece of the bat and is a strike. Oh, 1. Check swing again, and he went. A sword for Eric Yeager on that swing. Fooled him with that one, and Yeager in the driver's seat. 0-2, the pitch. Ground ball, and Fwenning stays alive for the time being. Fwenning, a junior at West Texas A&M, previously of Paradise Valley Community College, and from Scottsdale, Arizona. Has been a big piece of the strong season from West Texas A&M at the Division II level. 0-2 from Yeager. Called strike 3, and Yeager retires the sign in order. 2 strikeouts in the top of the 7th sends us to the stretch. 14-10, Pippins lead here at home.
Saving has never been easier at Bi-Mart. In-store or online, we're delivering more value than ever to our members. From direct mailed savings books, to digital savings guides, to everyone's favorite Lucky Number Tuesday. Plus, we're adding new ways to save with Bi-Mart's Buy It Online, Pick It Up in Store, new web-only items, and the ability to shop Cascade Farm and Outdoor and pick it up at your Bi-Mart store. More value, more products, more ways to save. Bi-Mart members save more time and money every day.
Bottom of the 7th inning, other side of the stretch here on Pippins Baseball YouTube. And the Pippins trying to hold on and win their first game of the season. What a wild game this one's been. Pippins took a quick lead, up by 4 after the first inning. Walla Walla took it right back with a 7-run top of the 3rd. Pippins crawled back and took the lead in the 5th inning. Added 2 more in the bottom of the 6th. It's now a 4-run lead. Chance to add some more in the bottom of the 7th as 1-2 the count on Jackson Sorensen, who swings through that one. There's a new pitcher into the game as well. It's the third baseman, Leo Rivera, that will be tasked with trying to find the outs to tide this one over. Catcher Jacob Marquez moves to third base to replace Rivera, and a new catcher behind the plate for Walla Walla. Two. Ball 3 off the plate. 11 hits for the Pippins in this game. They are still being out-hit by Walla Walla, 12-11. But Yakima Valley leading in the column that matters, 14-10. 3-2 upstairs. Sorensen draws a walk. Third free pass for him today. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. And he'll be on to open up the bottom of the 7th for Owen McWilliam. McWilliam reached on an error in the first inning, struck out in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th, but a wild pitch allowed him to reach to lead off that inning, and it opened up 11 batters coming to the plate in that big inning, and now this one's shot out towards right field, but Fuening underneath it for the first out. Good contact from McWilliam, but right at the right fielder. 86 off the bat towards right field. But Fuening likes to position himself well off that right field line. He's got really good range out there, which gives him the opportunity to try and cut things off in the gap, but the speed to run things down closer to the line. 1 out, runner on first base, Sorensen. It's Eric Mass to hit his 4th plate appearance. High and away, he'll start ahead 1-0. Mass struck out in the 3rd inning. Walked and scored in the 5th, popped up to short in the 5th as well. Next from Rivera, swung on and missed, 1-1. Ball and a strike, 1-1. Make it 1-2. Rivera batted .266 at Whitman this year in 36 starts, 37 games played. But did not get any time on the mound. Teammates Garrett Runyon, Ben Ortiz have both pitched in this series. I'll go to Whitman. Here's a 1-2, low and away, 2-2 the count. Rivera finished with 2 home runs, 2 triples, and 11 doubles this season at the plate. 27 RBIs, 24 runs scored, was a big piece of that lineup. As Eric Mast is way out in front of this one. Pulls it foul, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The next from the righty. Rocked into right field. That one drops in. Rounding second, Sorensen gets the windmill to third. The throw is cut off. Back to the first base bag. The throw gets away. Everyone will stay put, however. And with 1 out, it is a single for Eric Mast. That's his first hit of the game. So Spencer Marinko comes up. He had a single in the 6th. Has 2 walks in this game, is a 1 for 2. And now an RBI opportunity for the shortstop. Pickoff to first base, and Mast dives back in. Oh, 0-1 the count on Spencer Marinko. I was counting all the stolen bases in this game as Eric Mast takes his lead off of first base. Breaking ball catches the zone 0-2, including all the catcher's indifferences because it was tough to tell the difference on a few of those. The Pippins have taken 11 stolen bases in this game. That also does not include the hit and runs, of which there were 2. Also a pair of double steals in this game. So Crust Angel, the head coach for the Pippins, opting to go aggressive on the base paths. It's worked out thus far. And an 0-2 count here. The pitch home. Marinko fouls it away. As we get later and later in this one, it is 9:40. Just past 3 hours of game time in the bottom of the 7th inning. 0-2 the count, and Rivera will step off before he comes home. Swing and a miss. This one in the dirt. He is out. Moving up to second is Eric Mast, though, on the wild pitch. And a strikeout's out number 2. Rivera gets the strikeout. I'm sure he'll be proud of that one. The position player getting some time on the bump. Gets a K. And Hank Dunn will come up to the plate here and try and extend his spectacular second game. 2 for 4 in game 1. Also had a walk in that debut yesterday. 4 runs in the game today. Also has an RBI, 2 stolen bags, and is 3 for 4. First misses 2 on 1-0. And 2 are on base for him. Inside it misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitters count to Hank Dunn. One of the best hitters in the country this season at Yakima Valley Community College. Swings and grounds this one down towards short. Dunn busting it down the line again. The pick could not be made. 2 runs will cross. It is another error, and the Pippins keep pouring it on, 16-10. Scorers still trying to decide whether they'll give it a hit or an error. I think it's likely an error, but everybody wants to play bias, especially when it comes to Hank Dunn. After the career he's had in Yakima with YVC. Earned a spot at Gonzaga. Takes off here, and a check swing. The throw down is into right field. Dunn thinks about taking off for third, but throws on the brakes and will be content with a stolen bag. $11 errors between these two teams today. And another high-scoring affair. This one, jam shot foul off the bat of Spencer Shipman, 0-2. Shipman's had a pretty good day as well. He is 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, 2 runs, 3 stolen bases. Make that 3 RBIs after his 6th inning. Ground ball, scored a run, and then the error allowed him to reach. 0-2. Check swing, and this one popped straight up in the air. Up to third goes Hank Dunn. It kicks away, but Dunn will stay 90 feet from the plate as the count to 1-2. That one skipped in the dirt and off the chest protector of the new catcher, Nick Strong, behind the plate, who moves from his DH position. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Rivera gets another strikeout and ends the 7th inning. The Pippins will add 2 more. It's a 16-10 lead as we head to the 8th inning. Pippins 6 outs away from the first win of 2022.
Get started on your new career at Perry Tech. From AAS degrees in business technology and accounting and IT and communication systems to a fast 5-week professional truck driving program, acquire hands-on skills to help you reach your full potential. From financial aid to career services, the staff at Perry Tech are there to help you from start to finish. Take action today by calling Perry Tech 509-453-0374 or visit perrytech.edu.
It's sky blue, barn red. Caught up in a country, the only way I wanna be. Somewhere where the road ends, out there where the creek bends, that's where you can find me. Within fields of gold and cotton rows that never end in the sky. That take it slow, easy road, man, that's life. Caught up in the country.
Welcome back to Yakima County Stadium in the Orchard, series number 2 of the season, and game number 2. Pippins are 0-4 to open up the season after making it to the WCL championship last year. You could tell the offense was certainly frustrated at the plate, entering this series against Walla Walla. 1 run, 4 runs in the opening game, but they have busted things open here today as a foul ball opens up Caden Duke's relief appearance. Duke, the new arm, into the game for the Pippins in his 2nd outing. His first was spectacular. 3 innings of work, had 8 strikeouts, no runs crossed, no hits allowed. And Duke has been pitching lights out as he tries to continue that He gets ahead 0-2 on the leadoff hitter, Thomas Rollauer. The next. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Strikeout number 9 for Caden Duke on the season, and that's his first of the outing. And is out number 1 here in the top of the 8th. Rollauer was looking fastball and thinking fastball, trying to catch up with anything up in the zone, and when he got the slider outside, Caden Duke made him look silly. First out. It's Joey Craig at the dish as the first home will drop low, ball 1. Craig hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance, scored a run, and is 1 for 2 on the day as he grounds this one foul and out of the hands of the third base coach. Ground out to third base in the second, then the RBI single in the third. Walked and was left stranded at third base in the 5th inning as the first batter to face Isaac Yeager. This one's called a strike. One-two home from Duke. Chopped foul again. Caden Duke, a freshman at the University of the Pacific from Tracy, California. A 0.93 ERA his senior year of high school at Millennium High School. While doing that, a .562 batting average in 17 games. As the 1-2 home is a called strike 3 and another K for Caden Duke. Chalk him up. That's the second of the inning, second of the appearance, and 2 up, 2 down in the 8th. Rivera will bat now with 2 away. But Caden Duke's high school numbers, his senior year, most people can't do in a video game. 0.93 ERA and a .562 batting average. .394 in his high school career. Now this one is shot out towards right center field, tailing into the gap. Long way to go. Diving! Oh my goodness, what a catch by Hank Dunn! That is one of the best catches you'll ever see. The amount of ground that Hank Dunn just ran to get to that ball is absurd. A 5-star catch from a 5-tool player. Hank Dunn ends the top of the 8th inning. Unbelievable from the center fielder and future Gonzaga Bulldog. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 16-10, Pippins in front.
Who knew it was so difficult to find the right bank?
I know. It's so confusing.
And checking out your banking options? Oh, sounds overwhelming.
Secure uncertainty.
Enough! With Banner Bank, it's easy to manage your finances, and help is here when you need it.
Be gone, Cloud!
Oh, wait.
Built for action, built for banking. Banner Bank.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
Ooh. And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey, don't forget about Grandma.
Okay, family meeting. Come on.
Welcome to the Ice Dome.
Welcome out for the bottom of the 8th inning. I'm not sure what happened in between, but during warm-ups, somebody heard out there for Walla Walla talking with the coach, and now the trainer for the Pippins will come out of the dugout and look things over. But that's the last thing you want to happen in a 16-10 ball game. And everyone up here in the press box was still reeling over that Hank Dunn catch in center field. One of the wildest catches that you will ever see. Hank Dunn traveled so much ground to get to that ball, and full extension Superman brought that into the glove. He's done everything tonight. And what a catch to end that top of the 8th as the Pippins come up to the plate here in the bottom half. So it's Sam Olson to kick off the bottom of the 8th as the Pippins look to add some more. It's 16-10 the score as the offense has been on full display. All the runs from the first 4 games, they've all been placed into this game to open up the season. Only 1 run in the first series of the year, 4 runs yesterday, and now 16 in this one. As the offense has found their groove, Olson comes up out in front of that breaking ball in the count to 1-2. Off speed again, and a tough pitch to lay off of, but Olson does. It's Rivera still in the game. As this one home is swung on and missed. The 3rd strikeout for Leo Rivera. And maybe he should be a pitcher full time as he gets Sam Olson for the first out of the bottom of the 8th. So now up to the plate, it is Shane Simpson, the first baseman. This one is called for strike 1. 0-1 on the first baseman, who has 2 RBI singles in this game. 2 runs as well. And that one is swung on and missed, so Simpson finds himself behind. One and 2 the count. Fouls back. I think the head coach, Kyle Crustangel, has found his lineup, as this is as good as it gets up and down the 9. Hank Dunn has been fantastic from his leadoff role as Simpson shoots this one foul to the left side. Spencer Shipman has got it done. He's got a pair of hits today. Sam Olson has found some success. A run, a single, an RBI. Shane Simpson at the plate has a pair of hits, a pair of RBIs, and a pair of runs. He'll see a 1-2 and foul it off. Catcher Jake Borst with a pair of singles. Jackson Sorensen has yet to pick up his first Pippins hit, but he's reached 3 times in this game, reached in last game as well, and he drove in a run on a ground out in the first. And Owen McWilliam with that unbelievable diving grab. He has reached 3 times and scored. Also driven him in a run. Eric Mast has singled, scored, stole a bag, and walked and scored as well. And then Spencer Marenko with his first hit of the season. 2-2. Check swing, the appeal, he did not go, and the count is full, 3-2. Fouled off, so the count stays full. Called strike 3, sits down Shane Simpson, and that is 4 strikeouts now for Leo Rivera. Rivera is the 4th pitcher of the game for Walla Walla. Tyler Haft started it out, got into that big trouble in the first, but smoothed things out until the 4th, where 2 more crossed. Colby Solomon came in to replace him, and he got into a lot of trouble in the 5th. Eventually sacrificed the lead back to the Pippins and is in line for the loss, unless Walla Walla can come back. Ben Ortiz came in, and he gave up a pair of runs. And now Leo Rivera has done a pretty good job. 4 strikeouts for him, and he's got an 0-2 here, but loses it up and into Jake Borst and hits him with a pitch for the first base runner here in the bottom of the 8th. So that brings up Jackson Sorensen. He's still in search of his first Pippins hit, and an opportunity to do it here against Leo Rivera in this bottom of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. This one, shot to the right side, diving in through, and it's the first hit of the season for Jackson Sorensen. And he has joined the fun. Sorensen adds a hit here in the bottom of the 8th, 13th of the game for the Pippins, and 2 on, 2 out now. It's Owen McWilliam. This one driven out towards second into the glove of Andrade, and he throws on to first to retire the side. Pippins leave a pair stranded, but they lead by 6 heading into the final frame. 3 outs away from the first win of the season. Caden Duke trots out to the mound to try and close things out when we come back.
Who knew it was so difficult to find the right bank?
I know. It's so confusing.
Checking out your banking options? Oh, sounds overwhelming.
The cloud of uncertainty!
Enough! With Banner Bank, it's easy to manage your finances, and help is here when you need it.
Be on, Cloud!
Oh! Wait! Ah!
Built for action, built for banking. Banner Bank.
If we win the lottery, we'd remodel our home.
We'd start with the kitchen.
And out back is where the big trucks will go.
Ben, you don't even live here anymore?
Hey, don't forget about Grandma.
Okay, family meeting.
Come on, welcome to the Ice Dome.
Pippins 3 outs away from their first victory of 2022, and they go to Caden Duke to try and close things out. Davis Milwaukee will lead things off, and Duke starts ahead 0-1. Next home, just off the plate. One shot foul, and Duke in the driver's seat 1-2. He has done a fantastic job of getting ahead early in counts this year, and it has been a big factor in his success. This one now shot towards second. Shipman fields on the hop. Out number 1, and 2 outs away from a Pippins victory. It was a rough start to the season for Yakima Valley. They were a little nervous, a little frustrated with how things had gone through the first series and the first game against Walla Walla. But the Bats have done their job tonight, as this one is now roped out towards left field. McWilliam dives. Did he catch it? He did. Owen McWilliam with a fantastic grab, and the Pippins outfield is just a walking highlight reel. In what game would you expect a team with 5 errors to make 3 separate plays that all could be top 10 and all could be number 1 on ESPN? Unbelievable stuff from this Pippins outfield. This time it's Owen McWilliam, who already had the outfield assist today, and now he shows off the leaping ability to pull that one down. Popped up on the infield. Caden Duke underneath it, ranging in the shortstop. He'll make the play, and the Pippins have win number 1. Many more to come after this, but the Pippins are in the win column. 16-10, they take it over Walla Walla. Offense came to play in this one, putting up 16 runs, 5 in the first, then trailed after 7 runs for Walla Walla in the top of the third. Pippins didn't give in. They scored 2 in the bottom of the fourth, 5 in the bottom of the fifth to take the lead, and 2 in the sixth and seventh, out to the 16-10 lead, and subsequently the victory. Hank Dunn got it done at the plate, scoring 4 runs, making one of the best catches you'll ever see. I said it's probably the best catch you'll see this year. Maybe I was wrong. Owen McWilliam making the fantastic grab of the ninth. Caden Duke shutting the door, and that is a complete ball game from your Yakima Valley Pippins. Win number 1 is in the book as that wraps up the broadcast. I'm sure you can go find many of the highlights on Twitter, because there are many, and that was a fantastic game number 5. Whew. Series finale is tomorrow at 6:35 against Walla Walla, as the Pippins will try and win their first series of the year. 16-10, they take this one. Thanks for all that listened. We'll see you tomorrow on Pippins Baseball YouTube.